peckers.
Welcome back to Coffee and Candor. This is Chris.
Ross.
And Ross.
Brandy.
Hey, it was Brandy's fault.
This
She was
is
showing
Amber.
me pictures.
That's what you sounded like.
How about do you want me to do it again? I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Welcome
This is
back.
Chris.
Welcome back to Coffee and Candor. This is Chris. That's the only way I talk.
No,
This is
you did it
Ross.
different.
This is Brandy.
This is Amber.
Oh my god, I fucking hate all y'all. The fuck is this? Jesus Christ on a cracker.
It's a day ending in Y, so we're fucking with you.
Sweet Jeebus. Alright. So, I wanted to talk, or at least begin the conversation, about this fucking show that I saw. Or no, I'm sorry. We saw a preview. It doesn't come out until August on one of the fucking channels.
Yeah.
And it's called Undercover Billionaire. And this fucking guy, his whole thing is he's going to take and make a... He's going to take...
He
already has a multi...
He started a business, and it wasn't because of luck or something. He says something like that.
Yeah, so what he's doing, he's taking $100 and an old truck. That's all he has. $100 in his pocket and some old beat-up-ass truck. And he's going to go... where don't everybody know his name, and he is going to make $1 million business from scratch in 90 days.
All right.
Yeah.
Number one, with no help from anybody.
Yeah, I'm calling horseshit.
Number one, I'm calling bullshit. Number two, I don't want to say it's insanely disrespectful, but it seems that way because as a business owner, I mean, I've had a couple of businesses, and if it was that fucking easy, geez, everybody would fucking do it.
Well, right, and I think his premise is flawed anyway, because it's one thing to make $1 million, like, I'm not saying that it's just easy, but to make like $1 million business, but sustainability matters too. Like, can you maintain that, or is it just you're throwing everything into this big payoff to show that
Oh, I would take the payoff and fuck the business.
But that's complete. I mean, what I'm saying is it's just completely different. Like, he's saying like it was just pure hard work, and I can recreate this magic, and I'm going to show you.
And that right there, that's bullshit. Hard work is never enough.
No, it takes
I work hard.
so much more.
I've worked hard all my fucking life.
Yeah.
It's hard work. It's
Luck. People
It's
love.
a lot of luck.
Yeah, it is. Because it's the right time, the right place, the right circumstance.
Who you know.
Oh, yeah. There's so many factors.
Yeah, and just the idea that, well, I'm going to take this $100 and this old beat. It's like a 1975 Chevy fucking 1-ton is what he's driving around.
He sounds like a first-rate douchebag.
Yeah.
Douchebag.
And I saw that, and the first time I was like, oh, wow, that's a pretty cool idea for a show. Mm-hmm. And then the more times I saw it, I was like, it started to really irritate me. It's like, you know what?
Every time I see him, he gets under my skin. I'm like, oh, he's an asshole.
Maybe if someone has never owned a business, never tried to create something from scratch, then they don't know that what he's doing is bullshit.
Yeah, he just makes it sound like everyone who's tried to make a business and failed, y'all are so stupid.
Yeah, they're just stupid and lazy.
I could take $100 to make $1 million business in 3 months.
Yeah.
I hope he fails.
Oh, he will. He will fail, or he is getting help when he specifically said he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
One of those two things has to be true, because don't get me wrong.
Which his whole premise is just bullshit.
There are companies who went from nothing to holy fuck in a matter of minutes. Google. PayPal.
But not in start to finish 90 days.
And it cost a hell of a lot more than $100 fucking dollars.
Right.
You're talking about hundreds of thousands. All right, no, Facebook, I think, started out with Zuckerberg beating it in his fucking dorm room, and that. But aside from that, you're talking hundreds and thousands of, maybe millions of dollars in investments and infrastructure. You're talking about all of this shit that you are not going to do for $100 in 90 fucking days.
No.
So the idea of that, I thought, was really shitty.
Yeah.
Like I said, on the surface, it seems fine.
Right.
But the more I thought about it, I was like, man, someone should have put more thought into that.
Well, it's almost the antithesis of the Undercover Boss show. Because that show is all about, these people finding the diamonds in the rough in their organizations
and giving them a shot.
And paying it forward.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just very different.
I never understood that part, though. How are you not going to know that the motherfucker you're talking to is important?
I know. I used to like to watch that
cameras.
show.
Well, I mean,
Well, that and their disguises were so not
bad.
like if you knew what your boss
He put on
looked like.
the Groucho Marx glasses and fucking
I'm like,
mustache.
I think the premise was that they were doing a show for something else to explain the cameras. But anyway, it was always I was like, your employees may be really dedicated, but they're not very smart.
no shit.
But anyway, and
Sometimes that's what you need.
well, sometimes.
You don't want them to know everything that's going on.
That's right.
They'll take your job, but
Or they'll take $100 and go start their own $1 million business.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
but I mean, that was a very positive show. It was, and I don't know, hell, it may still be one. I don't know, but it almost sounds like they're trying to like
When I
garner off of
the
that.
first time I saw it, I thought Undercover Boss, and I thought it was going to be something like that. And then when he started talking, I was like, well, it's nothing like I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's almost like the exact opposite. This, instead of like, everybody has worth and everybody has value if you find it. It's almost like I'm special. Look at
Well, and the I don't know, the idea of any show being called anything billionaire seems pretty fucking pretentious to me. But whatever. Anyway, all right, that's all I had.
All
Bye.
right.
No, I'm kidding.
We're done here.
What?
I want
what do y'all
to
got?
talk about.
Let's do it.
I was watching Ghost Adventures the other day, which I watch all the time, and they had gone to the Crescent up in Eureka Springs.
Yeah, that was like the beginning of the season. I
think so.
Yeah, so it was just on.
Last week, I think.
And like 3 months after they left is when some
I smelled that chamomile. It
maintenance
smells
people-
just like raw honey. She asked me what I just did.
I'm talking.
I know. I'm sorry.
And some maintenance people found bottles buried behind the hotel. And so in 1938, it was
it
a hospital.
Yeah, that was in
And-
the cancer stuff.
Yeah, Norman Baker, who claims he had the cure for cancer.
No, he might have.
And
Well, he probably would have had to bury so many motherfuckers.
He
if
had the cure for
cancer.
life, that's for sure.
like he had some kind of thing that he made that he would inject into people's tumors like dozens of times a day.
and,
my
it was,
God.
and it was like nothing. I mean,
And,
it
like,
was just a
these people-
mixture of whatever the hell.
Wow.
People would die.
Yeah.
But they have these posters like on the wall, where they do the tours now. They show people where he used to work and everything. And this poster has pictures of bottles that they say he collected. He would take the tumors out of people and put them, in these little bottles and had the collection for them.
Okay.
Well, some maintenance people were digging the other day and they found a bottle in the ground. They kept digging. They found 400 bottles.
Oh my God.
And a lot of them still have like alcohol and what looks like tissue, tumors or stuff in there.
Oh, yeah,
it was
because
his
he would-
actual collection.
Yeah.
These bottles look just like the drawings.
Well, he had to bury him quick before the authorities
That
got
were on the
there.
poster.
Wouldn't he like remove tumors and then keep them?
Yeah.
Only thing is, the guy was not a doctor.
Well, that's a bitch.
He really wasn't. He was just like,
Some fucking guy from under the bridge.
Yeah,
I don't think they ever said why. I guess nobody knows why he buried them.
I mean, how did he even? What are you doing here? I'm a doctor.
what are you
Oh, good.
doing here?
We got some sick people. Bring them to my lab.
I like to cut things off.
Yeah,
of
they were
them.
all from like 1938 to 1940.
And where is this?
Eureka Springs.
Crescent Hotel.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I still haven't spent the night there. I'd love to.
I would too, but they proud of their shit.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Was it like $200 and something dollars?
That hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
No, it was more than that, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Go in the
Just-
off season.
To stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a little pricey.
Well, and especially to stay.
When is the off season for a haunted hotel?
I don't know.
I mean, when is the
Well,
on season?
Maybe when the
like
weather's
the winter
bad.
and you're like, yeah.
When people aren't traveling, people usually go on summer vacation. So,
The ghosts come out during the summer.
well, it's hot.
They get thicker.
People get agitated.
They get
Yeah.
thicker.
People are more likely to kill you.
Yeah.
That's true. And you don't need to go to Eureka for that.
Tempers flare.
Yeah, you don't need to go to Eureka Springs for that. You can go to Pine Bluff. Hell, you can go out in that fucking front yard for that.
Well, we thought we were going to see a fight last night.
Oh, for real?
Between our spouses, they were both primed to go, man.
Who? Us? What are you talking about?
Remember, I asked you if we thought we had enough bail money to get our spouses out.
Oh shit, that's right. No, yeah. Well, I get nervous anytime I take Amber to anything out in public because
anything that involves crowded places.
Yeah,
Amber, am I right? When you're minding your own business and people walk by and like shoulder check you.
Yeah, no.
What the hell? Don't fucking touch me.
Can you imagine if these two had married?
Jesus Christ.
Your offspring would have been so fucking angry.
I really do. I get nervous when we go out in public in a place like that because I know how she is when people start crowding her space, and she tends to forget that we're in public, and that's what happens in public.
No, you don't have to bump into people. I don't bump into people.
You do in the fucking club.
No, you don't. The people, to be fair,
you don't have to shoulder check people.
It wasn't so damn crowded that you couldn't. I understand when it's like literally shoulder to
crowded at all.
Right. That's my point. It's one thing when you're like packed in and you can't move without jostling somebody. Mm-hmm. But there was plenty of room. You didn't have to be a douchebag and push through people. You just were trying to pretend like you're important or something.
Yeah. You're so fucking important. If you're in the band, maybe your ass needs to go in the back door.
Talent entrance, fucker.
Shut up, Chris.
No. She said, well, if you're in the band, maybe you need to go in the back door.
Butt sex.
I'm always in the band.
Oh, my God.
I'm not the one that said it.
They were douchebags.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was some douchebaggery. That's why, we went to see the guy that we went to school with play, and when his set was over, we kind of looked at each other and we were like, it's about to get fucked up in here. It's time to take our old asses home to his house.
So, what were they doing, like originals, and then have people come up on stage to do like a...
Yeah, they everything... The only covers they did were the two that they had the other singers with, the Green Day song and then the other song.
Okay, I didn't know if they were like random people were coming up and singing. Or...
like I think the one guy that was doing the Green Day song was with
coming on
one band, and the other guy just, I guess they felt sorry for his pants. I don't know.
Yeah.
So the one guy that was singing was a singer in another band.
Yeah, and he was awful.
Oh God,
I know.
Well, they're like literally like slam
punk,
metal,
ska.
So not really singing.
Yeah, it was more like hollering because I was like,
that's why it was time.
My boy can't sing, okay? Because like the guy we went to see, I mean, he had a pretty decent voice, and he could really play guitar. I couldn't
understand a word.
Well, not being familiar with his catalog, I didn't know the song, so it was just like noise. I had no idea. He could have been singing to me personally. I would have known. But I mean, he was good, and I liked his. I thought their original stuff was much better than their covers, actually. But yeah, like we were looking. They were talking about the bands that were coming after, and we were looking. And we're like, oh shit! This is like they actually did this like slam dance. Square dance thing.
That's not weird at all.
Yeah, I really wish you would have recorded that.
I was so taken aback.
I'd kind of like to see that.
Yeah, it was like, I mean, like it was.
And then it was like, back off.
Whoa! Now I don't know. Like it was like 6 or 8 dudes, and they were like pushing each other and dancing, and then they literally did the thing.
Shaking their wieners at each other.
They literally did the like.
That escalated.
Grab your partner and do-si-do a couple of times.
So
oh my God.
the way you described that one band with the thrash punk ska
metal,
random genres inserted here. We went and saw. All right, so when I was stationed at Little Rock, there was this guy that I worked with, and he was in a band. He was the drummer for the band, and he kept telling me, "Oh, you need to come see my band. You need to come see my band." I'm like, "Oh, fuck, I don't want to."
But I will. Okay.
Finally, I was like, "Okay, fine." He said, "All right, we're playing at Sticky Fingers." I'm like,
"I've never been there. All these years."
Sticky Fingers, Chicken Shack.
Rock and Roll Chicken Shack.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, "Okay, fine." Let's go Friday night at fucking whenever. I'm like, okay, dude, what kind of fucking music do y'all play?
Oh, it was hard.
And it was. Oh, let me see if I can remember exactly. It was hillbilly, metal. Was how
I don't know. I can't remember. It was really weird combination.
He put like 3 or 4 genres together. It was like hillbilly, metal,
classical,
something else.
One guy had an accordion.
What? There was a dude with a
Okay, now I would almost be down for that.
Now wait a minute, because you remember when we had y'all did the jewelry booths at the Edge Fest or whatever?
Yeah.
There was a band there